Well. Hello, ladies. How are you guys? And welcome to Her Opinion. I have with me the beautiful Meenakshi Ravi.
Thank you
Did
so
I say
much.
it right? If not,
Yes,
say
you got
right.
it.
Okay,
you got
good.
it, babe.
But today we're calling you Meena because everybody
Yes.
calls
I
you
love it.
Meena. Okay.
I know.
So we're friends now, Meena.
Yes,
okay?
we are. Come on.
Yes.
You're one of us.
I
You're a
know.
herd.
Thank you so much.
On Her Opinion because we
Yes.
want to hear
Thank
your
you so
opinion
much.
and
Yeah.
everything you have going on right now.
We're excited.
Yeah.
It's our first
Same
beauty
here.
queen we have.
Thank you.
know.
Oh,
And you're
okay.
so beautiful, I have
By the
to
way.
say.
Thank
and your
you.
energy as well, I want to
Thank
say,
you.
because I think it's not just the outer, it's also the inner, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly. So few questions that I had. I've been seeing you all around, and you and this crown are just all over the place on social media, at events. I mean, I don't know how you're doing it all, but you're doing it well. How did you get here? What is the background? Where did you come from? Well, not come from, but maybe so. Where are you from?
So my origin is India.
Okay.
I just give a pass, like people make a guess. Hey, where am I from? Take a guess. Because every time I don't get the right answer, I enjoy
Really?
that. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, my origin is India, but I got settled in US. And then I was in New York initially, and then I moved to Houston like 13 years back.
Okay.
And then I decided this is it. This is where I want to settle. You know, even though I still have my New York number. There is a first
I wouldn't lose it either. I would keep it. The first thing I saw when you called was 917. I was like, oh.
Hope you didn't get confused. Oh, she's not.
No, but I know about the 917. It's
Yeah.
like a 713 girl in
Yes,
Houston.
correct.
So,
Yeah, correct.
Carrie Bradshaw.
Because traveling from India, I just wanted to make sure what kind of that also resonate my personality, because every first thing in your life is so special, regardless where you travel and what you do and what that place or the person brings in your life. And for me, US travel was the very first time, and New York was the first place I landed. So I can't still. It's still in my mind. Like every time I keep traveling, even for the fashion show I went for the New York Fashion Week, the moment the flight landed, I get some goosebumps. Like something like, but the best part is I'm a dedicated Texan. I love the same way how I enjoy the New York. It is in my skin. It is in my heart when I wear the boots. So I just wanted to make sure that I pass that.
Makes sense, because it's also that feeling of I'm home when you go to New York, but then that feeling of, oh wait, but I'm also home when I come to Texas.
Exactly.
Yes. So I don't know, tell us how you got started. Well, the background of you, because you're not just a pageant girl, obviously. I did a little homework on you, and you have an IT background.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
So you're not only beautiful, but you're also smart.
Yeah, thank you.
Double whammy.
Yes.
Thank you, yes.
So tell us a little bit about your IT background.
So, I'm basically into IT, like more than a decade. I've been working as a program manager. I manage all kind of projects, especially my expertise is cloud technologies. So I've done AWS Solution Architect Associate. Okay. I'm AZ 900 certified person and a PMP certified person.
Wow.
Yes, I did it in 3 months. It's very challenging, especially who have done PMP. They will knew it with my family, with little one at home. Yes, so I can proudly say that the reason I wanted to give that information is for a management, you have to do management studies. Nobody asks you to do the technology certifications because I'm not doing a groundwork there. The reason I do is whatever I do, I make sure how much value it goes from myself, it's more important to me. So if I do these certifications, probably it can build a different level of expertise when I talk with the technical SME. At the same time, with the business, also I can take it forward. Right. So that's the only reason. Yes, I'm always into IT.
And I think everybody's question is, how did you come from IT to beauty pageant?
Beauty queen.
That was actually one of the title they gave me in Hollywood magazine.
Really?
From IT to all the way to the. I'm like, oh wow, I love that.
I mean, both are great accomplishments.
Yeah.
Thank you so
much. So
much.
what is Miss Elite Texas Universe?
Yes. So, I mean, as usual, the login, log off, the typical IT people, they are all over the meetings all the time, night, hey, see the emails
Not boring. Not boring.
We are proactive. So my life was going on there, but I always connected with entertainment. I mean, I wouldn't say like it was over the night it came something like that. No, definitely I have a story. Before my marriage, back in India, I was a video jockey in one of the biggest television, Sun TV. So people from south side of India, they know it. So I do every day. So you know how the shows, because you guys are doing shows too. There are many, like 100 VJs are there. So I always establish some unique quality. So they gave me show every day.
Wow.
Every day, all 5 days, people will get like, so what I do is I was working also. So my boss was amazing. Like, I like to connect with people when they have their trust and they let the people to grow and then they also grow, right? That's very important. So I do 7 to 8 morning shows and then I go to work, office work.
Wow.
So 1 year I was doing it, and after that, marriage things and everything and then my life changed, and then family. And then suddenly, like again, when there is always a connect, it comes to you. Trust me, it comes to you in different form. And then in the Facebook, it was popping up, Mrs. Texas pageant. My first pageant was Mrs. Texas.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I was holding Mrs. Southeast Texas title that time. That was not far. That was in May.
Okay.
May was my first competition. And then it pops up, and then I saw the application form. Oh, okay.
But you weren't in Texas yet, or you were in?
I was in Texas. I was working in Texas.
Okay.
I was in my home, Houston. And then I was seeing this application, and I thought, okay, the requirement, they don't have some stereotype size, which they don't want, because I was believing it's 0 size, because that's my first pageant in America. I don't know what's the regulations over here or how it get processed. But it was interesting.
We are a little media.
I know.
No, that's what I wanted to tell. Like, what surprised me, I wanted to create that awareness. Everybody, it's for everyone, right? Regardless of your size, shape, or whatever.
Right.
Like, come and experience. It's about discovering yourself. Yeah, and I applied. I talked to the state director. She said, you're in. So she didn't even get the screening process. She was happy with my profile and what I was doing, because I was always a social media person. So, yeah, and now after this, coming to your question, and this pageant, May was my Mrs. Texas, and this pageant happened in June.
Okay, so recently.
Yes. So I was Mrs. Southeast Texas. Down the line, I always had a feeling I want to make it Texas, not just one portion, Southeast, Northeast. No, I want to I want to relate more, because I noticed in a couple of events when I went, people immediately they're trying to relate. Oh, Southeast, okay, I'm not in that. I can feel that from the body language, like, So I really wanted to make it universally, like I reside in Texas, and I wanted something like that.
To show off Texas.
Yes, globally. And then this came up, and I love the title. So Texas in my sash. Okay, I will go for it.
Yes, letting them know we are on the map.
Yes.
If you didn't know, for beauty too.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I can see how that, like you said, something, if you're an entertainer or creator at heart, things are always going to draw you to those things. You saw that, you said, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to do this, right?
Yes.
And I think you're great at it. I mean, I don't know how you keep up though. How do you handle? Are you still working career-wise in IT?
Yes.
And now family and kids.
Yes.
So how do you balance it all?
Yeah, I mean. Because I have that organically the management qualities, it is helping me various forms. Like even now, every day I have to schedule my meetings. When I'm off the meetings, what are my schedules? Every second counts for me. Every second, because I have a baby and make sure that he's properly taken care and things. Even to come here, there was a lot of management work happened back end. So it's not easy, but I love doing it. At the end of the day, it's something I'm loving it. So I'll go as far as possible, because yes, definitely strenuous effect. I can feel it. Sometimes it's exhaustive, but at the end of the day, when I feel like I enjoyed out of this show, even meeting people, I travel all the way. It's 1 hour, and then I manage something, and I feel so happy to meet you all. So that's the takeaway.
And you get to meet new people.
Exactly. Well, and we always hear all the good about the pageants and all of that stuff, but I know that there's behind the scenes and things that happen, especially you being a mother. I'm pretty sure that you get something in the background going on that, I mean, maybe we all want to know.
That you could share out there to
we
be
would like to
cautious
know.
of.
Yeah, sure. So, thank you for that question because I really don't want to just take away the sweet part of everything. I just wanted to show a little bit of challenges.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, the pageant is great, but there's always two sides to the story.
Yes.
And you're not talking bad about them.
Yes. No,
You're
it's
just,
yes, correct.
you know.
I just wanted to create an awareness, like, to the young people, aspiring people who are coming and experiencing for the first time. Because not just pageantry, I really want to relate to any kind of industry, right? Let's say if you're going for a competition, like a dance competition or any competition, every competition is absolutely, you'll have some judge panel members who will be grading you from different aspects, and they're going to tell you what you are and what is it. It is nothing, it doesn't mean that don't get carried away like, oh, like the immediate thought if you're not making it, right? What happens is you blame yourself.
Yeah.
Don't
Or
do
what's
that.
wrong with me?
Don't
Yeah.
do that. Oh, okay, I did this, I didn't. So immediately people forget the best part they did because you didn't win. Right? It doesn't mean that truth always there. It's just not been highlighted. It's not been showcased, or it's not been accepted in that platform because you have a winner there. It doesn't mean whatever you showcase the talent, probably it may be different aspects that person could have won. But embrace what you gave. Are you happy with the 100%? Don't fall for the outputs, because I feel like sometimes people go very low. Oh my God, I am not doing it, and they blame myself, and then they say, okay, this is not for me. They even decide. No, don't do any quick decisions on that. Let it grow. Be happy and embrace the platform. What you felt for the day. So that's what I wanted to make a point, because if judgments is very, very personal, and sometimes it's what I love might not be interest you, right? It's very humans are
I
different.
think any situation you're in where there's a panel of judges that get to determine your future or what the outcome is a very critical situation, and I don't think that anybody should take that personal.
Yeah.
And in life, in any situation, because we only have one judge, but at the end of that, at the end, that's the one I'm worried about. But again, like we said, I don't think we should take things, because when we look back at our younger self and things that we've gone through, a lot of times things didn't work out the way we thought they would. And we look back and it's like, oh, wow, if I knew what I knew now, that I wouldn't have been that sad or upset about that, because where it got me now.
Correct.
So I think a lot of times we focus on the here and now, and we don't think about, like, well, there's a purpose behind it maybe, or this is not my one. The next one might be my one, or you know what? I did it. It was fun. It's not for me, right? And I think a lot of times that's important to think about, is that not everything is, has to be negative, that sometimes you don't win something, or.
So I think that a lot of people, a lot of times they believe that they're prepared for the pageant and the judging, but then whenever they start doing the judging or they don't win, they, like you were talking about, they may have some kind of thought about themselves. Maybe I wasn't enough, things like that. So how do you deal with, everything in your life, and also, being aware that a lot of people may have some kind of,
mental health.
Mental
like, how does
health,
mental health affect? Do they have something for that in pageants? Because think about that. If you're constantly worried about your image and things like that, what do they do, or how would you suggest to deal with mental health?
So thank you so much. This is very important. This is a very important and high time that we all think about the mental health, right? I'll tell you only one thing. I always work in reverse technology, meaning like, people always, having goals and aims is fine, but my strategy is I don't expect this is what exactly the outcome I should, because my work is 100% I should be happy. I love the journey rather than the output. Honestly speaking, if you see my pageants or all, like a great advice I would tell you is, the best part is who's not a winner and still embracing the smile in the stage. I don't know how many girls, very few have been doing that, because that shows your inner beauty at that point of time, like how you are accepting the fact, the reality, and still you're confronting that towards the audience. That's more, because that's one of the biggest thing as part of the pageant. Not many people they get upset. It just flashes in the, everything. And coming back to your question, the mental health is, like I mentioned, so do not go for the XYZ output and go for that. And then people have different things, even like, very judgmental. And 10 people, like, for example, unknowingly you will have a circle. No matter in any industry, be it IT or anything, there is a network forms against you when you enter into that industry, and you will be influenced and you will take away by their ideas, their suggestions, their critics. That 10 people is not the world. I'm telling you, you need to, because you'll be confined to that, because you keep hearing only, you keep communicating only with them. So unknowingly what happens is you are in that inner circle. And then you will just go what they wanted to do, right? So don't do that. What my takeaway is to protect your mental health is, even today and whatever it is, this day is not decided by me. If I step out, I don't know what is going to happen, right? So why would I involve all my thought process or my energy, what the other people think, what this person think, even this interview, like they might be critics or they might be acceptance, but the best part is what I want to tell. Did I feel happy about this show? That's all matters to me. And I would just spread only the positivity regardless of how it has been perceived. Because if you start putting your ears to 10, 15 who talks on the negative side, you will get disappeared in the people who are embracing, like 1,000 people who are clapping for you.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Makes sense. And I agree with you. Do what makes you happy without hurting anyone else.
Yes.
And then taking in the positive, not the negative.
And I'll tell you what. People who talk, regardless whatever you're a successful person or a failure person, they will talk.
Yeah.
Got it right. I mean, they just need
There's
something.
always going to be talk.
Yes.
There's always going to be
so
talk.
So why would you
and
waste your
too.
energy? Why would you waste your energy?
That's exactly
your
right.
aura is more important. Spend it, because there is scientifically everything, every energy you do, go and spread that positivity. Even be a smile. Just go and hug somebody who wants it. If you made the day for somebody like who's literally like low, you feel good. You feel proud about that, rather than just for glossy and people who do that stuff. No, don't spend your aura on that perspective.
What's really inspiring is that you're a mom and you can still be in a beauty pageant. Maybe No, I'm just kidding.
Jen's
I know. Maybe I'll start preparing for it, and I'm kidding.
While she's in law school.
I know, right?
You should.
No, I'm kidding. But tell me, where do you see yourself in the next, few years?
Okay. Thank you for that question. So, if you have seen my
I love the way she answers everything as she's in a pageant now.
Really?
Very structured.
She's like, that's a great question.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so lively, guys. I feel so happy to be here. So, yeah, I mean, sorry, see, I got
we like it.
What was the question again?
Fine, I know. I was just saying, where do you
what's your goals?
see yourself?
Yeah, myself, yeah. So, if you see my journey, it's not just about the title, and it's not about that. With this title, how much value I'm bringing back to the community is more important to me. It's very important to me, regardless if I'm being in IT industry, if I'm being in volunteering services, or if I'm being in with the title or without the title, regardless. What I am doing for the community, giving back to the community, is very important, because I personally have felt the happiness. I feel content when I do that. When I see the people, I get they just come and hug me. Like I'm not just exaggerating. Just a makeup artist. Her name is. I'm going to talk about you. So I was in the Vegas Fashion Week. So I just make the connection with the people, how I'm talking, because I love talking with people, and I love making friendships. Making something because I do it from my bottom of my heart. I wanted to make sure that I stay in your heart sometime. Like how I know Seth, whatever. You remembered me, so I was feeling so happy about it. Similar way, right? So she was so sweet. She was the youngest one and the makeup artist. And then just like any other conversation, I built a rapport with her, and a little caring. And then because it's just going to be very quick. In fact, she was doing my hair. But this was her word. I was stunned. I didn't do exaggerated, or I didn't do out of my box. But these are from her words. It's Jesus loves you, and I feel so happy that He put you in my seat. Mm-hmm. And I was so much carried away by it because I didn't do that much, honestly speaking, because I didn't have time. It was just like any other. But whatever, probably I made some significant difference with compared to that. I feel so happy. Now, in the entire fashion show, I rocked the stage. I walked for all the designers, but that message is in my heart
Filled
forever.
your heart, filled you. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. And you might have impacted her, and she turned around and impacted you right back.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And those messages are what carries on for us. For,
Exactly.
You know.
So those relationships or what I'm doing for the community is what after 10 years I'm going to look around. Okay, she came here, she did this, and this is what she achieved. And because of this, 10%, 20% of the people got benefited. That's how I wanted to be remembered.
With or without the crown.
Exactly.
With or without
Exactly.
the crown. And that is
Exactly.
pretty much what this was about. It's not just about the crown.
Correct.
The beautiful beauty pageant. It's also who's behind it.
Yes.
And I think you're a great person. You have a great aura and
Yeah,
energy
we know
about
that
you.
why you won.
And
It
yes.
wasn't only because of your outside. It
And
was,
you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The last question I just have to ask, do you do your own makeup?
Yes.
Well, it always looks so beautiful and
Yeah.
stunning. So,
Flawless.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're so
15
glad.
minutes, that's all I got.
15? That was good for 15.
Wow.
Yeah, I should do a
We
video.
need some tips.
Yeah, being a mom, you have this
No,
time
you
and
do.
you check
Sure.
out of the meeting and you
Start
have,
doing your
That's
YouTube.
right. That's right.
Yes, well, we're so glad you came on the show. Thank you so much
thank
for
you.
coming on.
Yes.
We love your story. We love everything you're doing. We'll be following you, and
Oh,
hopefully
thank
we'll
you.
have you back on again.
Thank you so much. Yeah, please, for the followers, I really wanted to thank you all for supporting me wherever I go. Like, it means a lot to me because at the end of the day, no matter what industry you're in, those positive energy you really need. So I'm just going to give back, right? Double. So I'm so happy and I'm so honored to be here because her show and I'm with so beautiful hers here. So,
Yes.
so thank you so much for having me here. And please follow me in Meenakshi Ravi _2010
We'll
Instagram.
have her tagged for
Yes.
everybody.
Oh,
so,
sure.
Awesome.
Yes.
so till next time, guys.
Bye.